diagnostics or equations. Diagnostics or equations. Is it always the equation? Why do I sit here day after day putting up all these equations? And I'm going to show you some equations, more equations, because you're going to have to get your answer from somebody else. Why do we need mathematics? Why will mathematics, if we can build and find the coordinate through mathematics, if we can draw angles, and when we see an angle, we know that an L can almost be like, I'm going to just show you like obsolete angles. Where, give me a pen. Like if I want to take this and then draw this, right? And at the same time, I decide I'm going to draw this. That's the roof of my house. Sure is. Can also be one of the towers, right? One of the towers. It's a building, right? It's a building on top of the roof, the 111th floor. We're not going to count basements, right? Here's my antenna. What we're going to do is we're going to play with 3 and 4 the same way we have obligations. These are obligations. You see, this is what you see. You see the 6 on one side, the 1 on the other. So no matter what we were doing in this world, if we needed to use these numerics for whatever calculation it is, I want to use this, okay? And my number is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 3 times, and this is going to be area 3, and this is going to be area 4. This will become 3, 6, 9, 3, 6, 9, 3, 6, 9. 3 times 4 is 12. 3 by 5 is 15. 3 by 6 is 18. 3 by 7 is 21. 3 by 8 is 24. And then 27, win a big red sun. You have X, you have U, you have O, you have R, you have L. Lorax, gold. This is gold, the golden calf, let's say. When you have this here, you're in Saturn, 9 and 3. When you hear over here, 45, foxhole in the sun, 51, we're over to Mars, 7 and 9, creates Sun, S-O-N, and it becomes Pluto, the half-life. Pluto's number is 84. I'm working all on numbers. When we connect 1 with 2, it's automatically 9. Your 3 is 9. Everything gets reversed between 3 and 4. 2 becomes the X. You get 4 corners. You either split it in half. Right? You see the way I came across here? But I didn't split anything in half. Right? This also shows up on the roulette wheel. At the same time, the roulette wheel says orphelin, and it specifically marks out these numbers. 1 through 9, 3 times, 4 times becomes 4, becomes 8, and my first 2 here, okay, is Pluto. Creation of 11, the representation of this, 11, the half-life. Ace is Ace 11, 9, 11. Ace is 11, then a high card is 9, 9, 11. 2, 1 and 1 is 2, becomes 9 and 2 or 9 and 1, because if we use it this way, okay, it's 9 and 11, right? And this can be 1 plus 1 equals to 2, or 1 times 1 equals to 1. So if it's 1 times 1, this is what it'll look like. I'll get these 4 corners. If it's 1 plus 1, I'll get the sides. Now, depending on which numeric company you want to go into, okay, actually, I like to more or less do this, the alpha, omega, and go around this area over here. Go around the 5 area. 2, 4, 6, 8 is already going around the 5 area. 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9. The 3 goes right through over here. You have to go around because there's right? Between here and here is 8. Between here and here is 4. So if I'm going around, I'm adding on the extra distance. So we have 4, 8, and 4 by 3 is 12. 1 and 2 is 3. 4 by 4 is 16. 1 and 6 is 7. 4 by 5 is 20. Becomes 2. All zeros equal 6. 4 times 6 is 24. Becomes 6. 4 by 7 is 28. Okay, and that becomes 1. And again, that'll be 7. 8, 7, 6, 21. And then this position over here be 32, and that's your freezing point, and that'll be 5. Mars, artificial intelligence, AE and I. Okay, and then the ninth one is 36, and it'll be 9. So you see 1, 2, 3 times on 369, you end up with 369 again. Every time you multiply number 3, 6, or 9, it'll always become 3, 6, or 9. Doesn't matter what it is. 7 times 3, 21. 7 times 6, 42. 7 by 9, 63. It becomes 369. Multiplied and added to see what faculty we're going to go into. Now, do we want to see the difference between all these numbers? Because on the dice, 3 and 4 are the reverse. So we're going to add them and minus them. 4 plus 3 is 7 and minus 1. And it's also 4 by 3 is 12. But we're just going to do plus and minus. Here it's 14 and 2. Here it's 12 and 6. Here it becomes 10 and 4. Here's where your communication comes in, your CB codes. Over here becomes 6 and 3, and this becomes the quarter life and the half life, Venus and Earth. The minute you see these two numbers together, this is the DNA for the IT system in the sun. This creates dog. This creates completion of DNA. This will become 7 and 4, and this will be Jesus, the golden Lorex. I don't know what it is. I've seen it before. And as we continue down, okay, we have the number here was 7, right? But the actual number of this one, okay, was 12 and 9. So you get 21 and 3. And that's the cube of creation. In this one over here, it becomes 13 and 19, artificial intelligence, okay, the delta angle in Mars. And it's something to do with 10 times 10 times 10 because it will create the 13th letter, alternate current, a letter that's contributed to the word love. So we have to understand, and with love, there's hearts. And if there's heart, there's a beat. So how are we connecting these worlds? The heartbeat. So anyways, I don't want to go through all these numbers. I don't know. I just want to just take something off my screen. Maybe I will. 12 and 9 is 21. Let's put it here. 16 and 16 and 12, right? 16 and 12. So what it is 28. 20 and 6 is 26. 20 and 15, sorry, is 35. So the queen moves up to electric company. Any craps? I'm going to explain that in a minute. And don't forget, no matter what, 1 and 2 on the dice, okay, when you get this, it's a completely different world. Okay, we're at the gateway. We have not made a point. We haven't come into the game. 1 and 2 is any craps. The reverse of this is 5 and 6 creation. 24 and 18 is 42. 28 and 21 is 49. 32, this is 56. And this one is 63. So it's going to repeat itself. At 56, this is a representation of creation of the gateway. This is a representation of the AI world, the EI worlds. I don't know what the EI world it is, but I know E and I will create 14 in DNA as well. Okay, it'll be the K letter. And because 6 and 5 is 11, I know 6 times 5 is 30 creation, and 0, 1 says Mercury is the creation of this. Now Mercury goes through the center. Mercury is number 1. There's 8 that go around it. Okay, there's 8 that goes around number 1. So Mercury and Neptune, maybe that's the ocean. All the ocean goes around the pole, and then they land these islands in it. Now, the next thing you can say is that, well, we can have this one, or we can have all of these as 1, right? We can have all of these as 1. 1, 2, uh, just let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm just going to do it this way, connecting all the ones together, even if the numbers aren't in order. Do you follow me? Or we can have this one here according to darts, where there's 20 surrounding the 25 and the 50. 1/4 and 1/2. Same thing. 1/4 means earth. This is female. 20, okay, is what if all the corners, 20 is actually 2, 8, 4, and 6 equals to your 20. But there's a big discussion in here. And like I said, 10, 20, okay, will create your 30. The reverse of this is 90, 80, and 70. The only thing left is 40, 50, and 60. Okay, that's the only thing left. This is 10 more than this. This is 20 more than this. Roman numeral shows you can add 3 or you can minus 1. The next one over here will be x1 to count this, and then x will come again. And then it'll be x1 again to move over. But this is your middle. So the reverse of this, when you get to 69 in this, okay, if you get to 64 in this, you actually get to 10. If you get to 69 in this, okay, you get 6 and 9 is 15. At the same time, if you get to 61, you will go to 16. So 61 and 69, 62. You follow what I'm saying? 62 is now 26. 63 is now 36. 66 is then 3. All your numbers move. It's all equations. Now, where they go and why they go there, for what reason, because we build. And I know this is a confusing. This is your Christ gateway. Isn't it funny? 28 is the cycle. 21 is the cube of Father. And this one over here, 940, reverse is 47. And that's Jesus of time. 7 times 7, 49. This is Uranus. 7 by 7, 49 is the word 8. And 7 by 7, 49, and 14 create your 63, and 77 is your Christ. Christ, your cube, inside the cycle. 1 will revert to 7 again. 7 and 3, the numeric value for creation in Nibiru. 3 is an automatically 1 and 2. 1 times 2, 1 plus 2, equal to 3 and 2, the BC world. The total is 5, 5 and 1, the gateway inside Mars. Now, the question is, Mars can be inside our head, inside our minds. Anyways, let's leave it at that. We had 15, 20. When you add up 1 to 15, it equals to 120. When you add up 1 to 20, it equals to 210. The difference is the 90 birth. Mars, heaven. Raphael, thank you for watching.